Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Clan! Today we'll be talking about breaking news of Hedera being set to directly power ID infrastructure in Australia. On the 10th of November, the official Hedera Twitter page tweeted details in regards to the Hedera Governing Council member eftpos unveiling insights into the organisation taking part in digital identity trials in Australia. In a joint initiative involving a number of stakeholders, namely the Australian payment processing giant eftpos and the Australian fintech company Mico, unveiled results of an Australian first digital identity trial. The trial showed major productivity benefits that can be unleashed across the wider Australian economy through industry adoption of digital ID. The results confirm digital ID technology is ready to scale and deliver productivity, compliance and risk management benefits across any industry where verifying the skills and qualifications of an employee are essential, including health, aged care, manufacturing, transport, training and education, and all forms of construction, repair and maintenance. The digital identity trial brought about a number of benefits for both workers and businesses. Results of this initiative illustrated the time of a HR team to onboard a new worker was reduced from 72 hours to 30 minutes. The time for a new worker to provide necessary credentials information was reduced from 48 hours to 30 minutes. 100% of the participants, both HR teams and employees, found the new process easier than the current process. Upon this development, the Hedera Distributed Ledger Network was directly leveraged to act as a platform for the ID infrastructure. The use of the Hedera network in this instance oversaw the registration and verification of personal ID credential records associated with individual datasets, namely personal ID, as well as using the Hedera network to verify and register personal ID credentials. The fintech company Mico, which offers a multi-purpose digital wallet, was actively used to store datasets related to a person's ID credentials. In response to this exciting initiative, the chief executive and founder of Mico, Katrina Dow, stated, "In this case, being able to securely verify driver's license credentials stored by the Department of Transport and main roads in real time with the employee's permission shows what's possible when government and private sector work together to achieve great business outcomes. When digital ID is deployed at scale, the benefits will increase and be shared across the Australian economy. By using the Mico mobile identity wallet in combination with Hedera's proven distributed ledger technology, we're able to embed trust into the very forefront of necessary everyday interactions like credential checks, enabling employees to participate transparently in creation, access and permission of immutable identity. Safety and compliance records was easy and fast. As a result, benefits such as time saving and convenience were released for all the workforce stakeholders. A digital, nationwide ID infrastructure powered by the Hedera network could be enormous for the DLT project. The potential of a nationwide Australian ID infrastructure could see over 25 million individuals across the nation actively using the Hedera network for ID protocols. The logging and verification of ID credentials powered by the public Hedera Consensus Service will see active increases in the demand and transaction volumes associated with HBAR tokens, namely due to HBAR tokens acting as gas for transaction verification. Increases in the demand for HBAR tokens in this instance could see similar increases in the price of the token, especially over the long run. The active utility of the Hedera network in ID infrastructure for Australians demonstrates the high degree of trust, security and immutability the Hedera network provides, whereby due to Hedera being a DLT network, Hedera offers immutability for datasets. Thus, data logged into the Hedera network cannot be changed. Furthermore, Hedera offers the highest degree of security a proof-of-stake distributed consensus system can provide in asynchronous Byzantine fault tolerance. Through Hedera's asynchronous Byzantine fault tolerance system, finality of consensus and, in extension, transaction validation will be reached with a 100% probability if an attacker controls less than 1/3 of the voting power. Hedera's asynchronous Byzantine fault tolerance makes it a standout project, especially in terms of security amongst DLTs currently on the market. The military-grade security provided by the Hedera network will ensure that datasets associated with personal ID will be safe and not at risk of being stolen or corrupted. This factor will bring total trust for stakeholders, be it individuals or businesses, to actively use the network, and as indicated by the trial, businesses and individuals alike will experience a number of benefits in a digital personal ID infrastructure. The joint fintech initiative may have looked to Hedera to actively verify the logging of datasets in relation to personal ID, namely due to Hedera's impressive innate qualities, whereby the Hedera consensus service is able to facilitate the verification of over 10,000 transactions per second, and when sharding measures are induced, transactions per second can reach 500,000 to 1 million transactions per second. Hedera's impressive scalability has the capacity to overcome transaction validation associated with the payment processor giants Visa and MasterCard. Hedera also offers blisteringly fast finality of consensus rates of 2 to 3 seconds. The scalability and rapid ability for transactions to be verified on the Hedera network will provide the potential for users to actively leverage the network for a potential nationwide ID infrastructure in a seamless manner. Hedera's scalability is coupled with the network offering minimal transaction fees, whereby it costs $0.0001 to verify a transaction via the Hedera consensus service. With the initiative gaining support from the branch of the Australian Government in Queensland Government Department of Transport and Main Roads, a Hedera-powered infrastructure provides validity that the trial conducted could become a reality in time. What are your thoughts on this new initiative? Is this bullish for Hedera? Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the notification bell. Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next video.